Welcome to another video. This is from a game I played yesterday. I was white and it was my turn. Let's see, the previous move was black moved their knight there. Look at the screen and think of the next best move for white. I didn't see it. I had to analyze with the computer afterwards to have it show me that, wow, I missed an opportunity to be up a pawn. So before I give you the answer, I want to give you a clue. But before I give you a clue, I want to give you the opportunity to pause the screen and see if you can see the next best move for white. So if you want to pause it, if you don't want the clue, then pause it and see if you can figure it out. Otherwise, I'm going to give you the clue. And the clue, here it comes. The clue is, notice that this bishop is unprotected. Unprotected bishop. That's the clue. Now that you've seen the clue, now I'm going to tell you the move. And if you don't want to hear the move, if you want more time to think, then pause it. Otherwise, here comes the move. White comes in, takes the pawn. And you may say, but Greg, that's crazy. He can just take that, and you've given up your knight for a pawn. But look what happens. If he takes, queen comes over. And so, yes, you've lost your knight. They've lost a pawn and a bishop, so you're up a pawn. Now, I want to show you a really cool mate in two that I did today. It's white to mate in two. So pause the screen and see if you can solve this mate in two puzzle. Otherwise, I'm going to start talking about it. Okay, here we go. I was challenged by this puzzle. Now, I look at the king. Here's the king here. We're trying to checkmate him. He can't go here, here, or here. He can't take that. He can't go there or there. He can't take that, but he can go here. Okay. So I thought, well, is there a move that even puts him in check? If you look at all possible checks, let's see, if you move the knight here, that doesn't put him in check. That puts him in check. Okay. So if you move the knight here and put him in check, he's just going to take your knight. Okay, so, if you move the knight here, he can just take your knight. So the check that I saw first with a piece that can't be taken was to move the pawn up. But if you move the pawn up, he can go here. And then what's your follow-up? If you move your knight here to put the king in check, the king can just go here. So if it's a mate in two, you realize that moving the knight here gets captured. Moving the knight here to say check, he gets captured. And if you move the pawn here, he can escape here, and then your next move is not checkmate. So that tells me that the first move is not check. And so you've already paused it, you've already had a chance to see. We know that the king pretty much has, right now, he's got only one escape square there. And if you can control that and then say check, it's over. So let's see what happens. That's the move. Put the knight there. Now the king can't go here. Whoops, let's make that red. He can't go there. He can't go there. He can't go there. He can't go there. He can't go there, 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 or there. And so from that point, you would want to put him in check. And how would you do that? Well, that's his response there. He's got me in check. What do I do? Boom, check, and that's checkmate. So I thought that was a fascinating puzzle. Let's look at this other puzzle. Now this is a mate in three, white to move. Here's the king right here. You're trying to checkmate him. And pretty much you've only got two pieces right here and here. And in general, you really want three pieces. But because the king is so exposed, we're going to prove that it can be done with just these two pieces. Okay, so this is a mate in 3, white to move. Pause the screen if you want to try to figure out the first move on your own. Otherwise, I'm going to give you the first move. Now let me just say this too. This rook is guarding this whole row. So any thoughts of putting the queen here or the knight here aren't going to work. And if you think, well, I'll just put the queen here and put him in check, wouldn't that be easy? Well, now the queen can take your queen. So you've got to be careful. Okay, so you've had a chance to pause the screen. I'm going to show you the first move. That's putting the king in check here. Now the king, where can he go? He can't go there. He can't go there. Nothing can take the queen. So his only move is there. And that's where he goes. Now from here it's a mate in 2. Now what to do? So pause the screen if you want to try to figure out the next move. Otherwise, I'm going to show you what the next move is. Move the queen up. Now from here, he can't go here, here, or here, because the queen guards all of those. And plus the knight guards these two. So where's he going to go? He went there. Now, the final move for white. Can you see the final move? It's a mate in 1 now, white to move. What's going to do it? Pause the screen if you want time to figure it out. Otherwise, here it comes. Boom. That was pretty cool. Checkmate. See that now, the king can't go here, here, or here. But let's go back and let's see. The first move was here. Let's see if we can get rid of those. And the second move, well, first move for black was there. Second move here. Okay, we saw all those things. Now, but what if the king would have gone here? What would the solution be? Boom, checkmate. Okay, so that was pretty cool. One move from a game of mine that I wish I would have seen that would have allowed me to be up a pawn, and then 2 really cool puzzles. So anyway, thank you for watching the video. Have a great day.